Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video is another video in the series of the signs that you could be dealing with a narcissistic person. When it comes to those on the spectrum of the disorder, there is 9 criteria, of which someone would need at least 5 of those criteria in order to be classed as on the spectrum of the narcissist personality disorder. People can have 1 or 2 characteristics. It doesn't necessarily make them a narcissist. They can have high traits of narcissism, so you might like to limit your time around them. It's those who lack empathy, feel entitled to exploit others, require excessive admiration, that you really want to, if at all possible, go no contact with. So when it comes to dealing with narcissistic people, they often take full advantage of situations in very underhand ways. Not only are narcissists underhand in their treatment of others, they are extremely unfair with their treatment towards other people. They take full advantage of any given situation, and they take full advantage of any given situation to serve themselves. And people who treat others unfairly, people who take advantage of other people who do this in underhand ways, as even the grandiose narcissist, the overt narcissist, doesn't admit to how they treat others. They do it in underhand ways, just like the vulnerable, the fragile, the somatic, the cerebral. They treat people in underhand ways where people can't recognise what they're doing because they're doing it covertly, hidden, especially when you don't know what you're looking for. And people who treat others like this, not all are narcissists. Most of them will have more than one of the narcissist personality disorder traits, because you need to have a lack of empathy in order to be able to treat other people like this. You need to have that sense of entitlement in order to exploit people like this. And treating people like this is that exploitation. Narcissists exploit other people to their own advantage, and exploitation is one of the 9 criteria that someone would need to be classed as on the disorder. There are several signs, there are lots of signs that somebody shows exploitative behaviour, and one of those is usually that fast involvement, that quick involvement. They will swoop in out of nowhere, and they will seem too good to be true. And they seem too good to be true because they are too good to be true. Our instincts are kicking in, trying to tell us something. It's just because we're not aware of what our instincts are trying to tell us, we can often override these instincts. And as they come in, as a narcissist comes in too good to be true, they've usually got their admiration-seeking face on. They're usually treating us so well. So we put no evidence to tell us otherwise, that they are exploiting us. Narcissistic partners can do this. When you meet a narcissist, they will idolize you, they will love bomb you, they will future fake with you. Narcissistic friends can do this. One minute you didn't know them, the next minute they're in your house every single day. They're wanting to know every bit about your life, and they can actually be helping you through situations, hard situations. So you're building, not only are you building that connection, but you're feeling gratitude towards them. The communal narcissist can do this. They can walk into some form of charity and start helping out and being the life and the soul of that charity, being really supportive. You can have a communal narcissist that is very well off, that will go in playing the homeless person to exploit that homeless charity, so that they can take the clothing off the homeless backs to serve themselves, so that they can eat the food designed for the homeless to serve themselves. You can have a retired narcissist that has a bus pass to use, but you can only use it at certain times of the day. So they will take money out of the hands of charity to buy themselves a bus pass because they feel entitled to use the bus at the given times of day that suit themselves. They can have a nice shiny car on the drive, yet they'll still want to find a way to get one over somebody else, to exploit another person. Narcissistic parents will exploit their own children. Narcissistic adult children will exploit their own parents. Narcissists feel entitled and therefore they have that willingness to exploit people. And in some extent they know their behaviour is wrong, otherwise they wouldn't be lying about their behaviour. Some narcissists can be very bold, they can be very cunning and very arrogant in their exploitation of other people because they know they're getting away with it. They've got that sense of confidence, which is actually arrogance because what they're doing is underhand, but they've got that arrogance within themselves where they're unpleasantly proud of how they're treating others. Some will exploit one group of friends and then go and boast about this to another group of friends. Some will exploit one family member and then go and boast about this to another family member. Due to their exploitative behaviour, they are usually very controlling people, and a narcissist will usually use coercive control to get their own way. They will do it unjustly, they will do it covertly, they can do it through financial resources, they can do it through sleep deprivation. There's so many different ways a narcissist will take control of a situation so that they can further their advantage over a situation. As they are exploitative, as they are doing it underhand, they tend to lie a lot. Not that they'll ever admit these. If they get caught out on a lie, this is when they might deny all knowledge, they might distract you by changing the topic, they might justify their behaviour by bringing up somebody else's behaviour, they might rage out at you, they might fall silent on you, they might start gaslighting you with they never said that never happened, you're overreacting. A narcissist will you find a multitude of ways they might project out on you to avoid being caught out on their lies, or at the very least, if they get caught out on their lies, avoid people calling them out on their lies due to the reactions those people will receive if they call the narcissist out, which a lot of a narcissist is usually due to their envy as well. They seek to punish other people if they feel criticism in some way. So if they feel like they've been caught out on something that they believe they're entitled to do and somebody's calling them out, they are instinctively going to try and punish that person, which can seem like they're punishing that person to get away with their behaviour, to put fear into that person, to stop that person from calling them out, but they can also punish that person due to their exploitative behaviour because they feel like they want to get one over on that person before that person can get one over on them. When it comes to exploitative behaviour, there is usually a lot of financial abuse involved, and this isn't just in relationships between a couple. This can be financial abuse between friendship groups, between children and parents, adult children and adult parents. This can be financial abuse of the community. Narcissists will go out to isolate people so that people can't communicate with each other, so that people can't get a reality check of what that narcissist is actually doing to people. The vulnerable narcissist is the narcissist that's going to go more for the approach of guilt tripping people, playing the victim to gain sympathetic attention in order to exploit people through their emotions. A grandiose narcissist will more than likely play on other people's vulnerabilities to their advantage point of placing fear in that person, of how do you think so-and-so would feel if they found out you did this, to get them to do what the narcissist wants them to do. You can't tell anything to a narcissist in confidence, because whatever you tell them in the strictest of confidence, and we all have things, we're all human, we all have things that we like to keep personal, we have that we're not overly proud of. However, a narcissist will use that to exploit you, not to help you, to exploit you. Narcissistic people, in order to exploit people, tend to future fake a lot. They can exaggerate about things they've achieved. They can exaggerate about things that you could possibly achieve in the future. And because it's in the future, and if you both had a desire and a passion to achieve that, if you both had the discipline, you could actually achieve that. It keeps you living in that false hope. Yet as it's not what the narcissist wants, they're going to go all out to sabotage it at every step of the way, while gaslighting you to keep you hooked on that false hope. Narcissists can exploit people by spinning very good stories to get their needs met, and they will often use the future to get their needs met in the present, because it's very difficult to call someone out on a future event that hasn't even happened, and they usually lead you to believe that they want that very same thing in the future, so you feel like you're letting them down if you walk away from them. As they are exploiting people, they can be very, very secretive people. They can drop subtle hints of what they've done or where they've been, but not go into the full story. And they can drop things in a conversation to arouse that curiosity within you, so that if you start delving more, they can then create an argument to shut you up. Yet they brought it up in the first place. They are very secretive people because they don't want people to find out what they are doing to others, as they will take advantage of any given situation to meet a need of their own, because of their behaviour, because of who they are as a person. Somewhere in that subconscious, it gets them, whether, well, they often lack the empathy to care. So because somewhere it gets them, because they're trying to keep that many secrets, because they're that out of control, not that they'll admit this, but they're that out of control, which is usually why they're trying to control others. Because by controlling others, they feel more in control of themselves. They can have those rapid mood swings. And people with things like BPD can also have mood swings. It doesn't make people a narcissist. People who are a victim of emotional abuse can have mood swings without at least 5 of the criteria. It doesn't make them a narcissist. People can behave in narcissistic ways but not be a narcissist. When it comes to someone with the disorder, it's who they are. They have that disorder all of the time. They display something to do with that disorder in all aspects of their lives. They might display different bits depending on who they're around and who they're trying to impress, but they do display something. But when it comes to a narcissist who is incredibly exploitative, they will cheat people. They will cheat on people. They will cheat people out of money. They will cheat people out of homes. They will cheat people out of finances. They will cheat people out of friendships. They will cheat people out of their reality. They will cheat people out of their emotional health. They will cheat people out of their physical health. They will go all out to exploit people to get their own needs met. When it comes to a narcissist and their exploitative behaviour, with some, this criteria is going to be higher up on their personality characteristics. So some it is going to be more obvious than it is in those where the criteria of exploitative behaviour is quite low down on their personality characteristics. There's many different ways people display exploitative behaviour, so any that you've witnessed, please do add those into the comments to help other people become more aware of what they might be dealing with. Thank you very much for listening. If you are looking for further support, I have partnered with BetterHelp and their sponsored link is in the video description. If you're looking for more understanding and help overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links will also be in the video description. Go out there, create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.